AFTV 3-0 to the Arsenal. Listen, I don't even want to go home. I want to stay here all night, man. I mean, this was incredible.
Unreal. Absolutely unreal. I think everyone has said it's probably the best game that we've had or seen at this stadium. For me, it probably.
Can you think of a better one? Because I remember when we beat Barcelona that time here.
Yeah.
And the place was buzzing. But this 3-0, I mean, it's incredible.
For me, in terms of the atmosphere, it was everything. It was the pre-game, it was the game, it was the post-game. It's only now starting to die down. It's 11:30 now, and like you said, I think we could be here till well into the morning quite easily. All over the pitch, I thought we were superb. Absolutely excellent all over the pitch. And we've been talking about this game for a little while, and I mean, I got laughed at Everton. I got laughed at in the comments. I got laughed at by Ryan. He sat over there. Because I said that I said that they weren't a super team, but what I meant when I said that is that they weren't superb as a team. Individually, they've got some of the best players in the world. But if you look at their form hasn't been fantastic. And it's funny because the same people that won't take that into account, or didn't take that into account, did take it into account when we only beat Fulham 2-1, even though they beat Liverpool 3-1. Didn't take that into account when we drew 1-1 with Everton. It was all doom and gloom after that. But they weren't looking at Madrid, who lost at the weekend, and saying that would have any impact or effect. So you have to be able to kind of switch off and actually look at it and say that we are. I think that tonight has shown that we are one of the best sides in the world. We're absolutely right there, and I think that what we don't have in some respects is, and I would say we don't have game changers, we don't have that individual 1v1 moment of, we got it with Saka maybe, but what we saw today was something different. We don't see free kicks from our game, we see it from corners, and I think Real Madrid haven't been great at corners, but you don't save those free kicks.
Two unstoppable free kicks. And then Marino's strike, that's unstoppable as well. He hits it first time, hits it sweetly. I mean, just all 3 goals were perfect.
Yeah, they were, and we had to take our chances when we got them today, because Courtois played a blinder today. He had some absolutely unbelievable saves. And I said after the Everton game about Marino, and the same with Kivior. I'll get to Kivior in a second, but with Marino, what we're starting to see now is a player that's had the minutes, and he's starting to build his way into the team, and he's starting to get the confidence, and we're starting to see that, because those finishes are confidence finishes. You don't do that if you're short on confidence. And full respect to Kivior. I got laughed at again for putting Kivior in my team today, but I watched Ben White at the weekend, and I love Ben White. I think he's absolutely fantastic. I think he's still a little bit off the pace a little bit. I think he was a little bit sloppy against Everton. Kivior had a moment in the first couple of minutes, and I think the whole stadium was a little bit like. But he built his way into the game, and almost the biggest credit you can give to Kivior is that Mbappe kind of thought he could get one on Kivior and pin himself to Kivior in the first few minutes, and realised that he wasn't going to get much out of him, and then thought maybe he'd get more of a chance out of Saliba, and that's saying something to me. All
right, well listen, it's half time. I have to keep reminding man, it is only half time. Half time. Say again,
Robbie. But we can do it. We can do it. We just need to score 1 goal, and then we're through, my guy. This is King K from South Africa. Landed this morning. Let's go do this.
You landed this morning?
Only this morning, I'm from South Africa, Joburg.
And was you expecting this?
I was expecting 4. I won't lie. But 3 is good enough.
So you think we'll go through?
Most definitely.
Look, we don't concede 3s and 4s. Like, it isn't something that happens. It's just not the way that we set up. And don't get me wrong, they've got the individual quality to turn around a game, and they've done it against the best, some of the best sides in the world themselves. But did anyone expect us to lose 3 or you don't? Even if you saw us losing the game today, most people, if they saw us losing, maybe 1, possibly 2. You don't expect us to concede. And if they want to go and concede 4, then they're going to have to leave a lot of gaps. And if they leave a lot of gaps, then I think that we've got opportunities to again go and capitalise on them and score some big goals. And I think they gave up a little bit. I think Camavinga, knowing that he was on a yellow card, that challenge is one that he. He's probably given himself midweek off. I thought Vinny tried to get himself booked as well. He had a bit of a dig at a swipe at Partey that probably should have seen him get a yellow. He didn't get it, and I think he probably was looking for a way out. And for me to think that we've come here and made them look for a way out is really saying something about where this club is.